Hey everyone, and welcome back to Dead Mall Walking. When you think of Scotland, all sorts of things might come to mind. Haggis, kilts, Braveheart, a dram of whiskey. You might not, however, immediately think of dead malls. But make no mistake, they're here. I've seen them. And in this video, if it's okay with my friend here, we're going to take a look at one. This video is a fairly brief one, because it was cut short due to an encounter with mall cops, who you'll see later on. For that reason, I've decided not to include its name in titles and whatnot. In a way though, that actually works out just fine, because the feeling I got walking around this mall is that it really could have been anywhere in the UK. A few local quirks aside, this place is like countless other dead malls in Great Britain. Which got me thinking about dead mall staples on this side of the pond. Almost every American dead mall houses classics like GNC, Bath & Body Works, Claire's, we have that one here too, and Victoria's Secret. That's something I'd like to get into in a future video, but in the same way there are brands here that appear time and time again. You have your H. Samuel and Ernest Jones, which is equivalent to K or Jared in the US. Card Factory and Clinton's are similar to Things Remembered. Game and CX, located at the other end of this mall, which are very like GameStop. JD Sports, which we'll see a little later, now starting to open physical locations in the US, has the same kind of feel as Foot Locker and Champs. It's interesting to me that, although the brands themselves differ, there's a lot of overlap in the types of stores that continue to hang on in dying malls. Maybe that says something about the types of shoppers who still visit them on both sides of the pond, or maybe it's just a big coincidence. As an Englishman in Scotland, it's easy for me to forget that I'm in a different country, except for the accents. There are various cultural differences though, and I can only imagine what that must feel like for people from much further away. I think that's probably why many people love malls, because they offer a sense of familiarity and comfort in that even when things aren't exactly the same, they're close enough. This mall is pretty compact, sitting right off the main street, which is one reason why its fairly low foot traffic during a busy day with beautiful weather outside might be a bit surprising. Its occupancy rate wasn't too bad, and the mall has managed to hold on to some big name tenants, although there were quite a few vacancies in here. In a minute, we'll come up on one of those local quirks I was talking about earlier. One I don't think you'd guess in a million years. A click and collect vending machine for a nearby farm shop. From what I could tell, it was empty when I visited. There's honestly not a whole lot more that I could have filmed in here, even had I not encountered security, who I have to say were extremely polite and courteous. There was just one interior shot of a vacant unit that I didn't manage to grab, but I felt like I'd already gathered enough footage to talk about what I wanted to in this video. So I decided to go ahead with putting this one together anyway. Once I'd been spotted, I decided to take my leave and go to check out an abandoned building someone had mentioned to me that was also in the area. Unfortunately, it turned out to pretty much be in the car park of a sporting goods store. It was at this point that I decided to call it a day. Thanks for checking out the video. I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing if you've enjoyed. As always, my Instagram is linked in the description below. Until next time, goodbye from the Highlands.